A lot of manufacturers still treat IT as a cost center, not a revenue enabler. How did you identify that live process monitoring on the shop floor was the killer use case that could actually get executive buy-in?
Yeah. So the whole concept of IT as a cost center is something that I don't know what it's going to take to get past that. It's something that just comes from a different mindset in manufacturing, where a lot of the leaders are definitely technically minded. It's not that they're not thinking about technology, but they're just focusing on what they believe the important technology is in manufacturing. The manufacturing engine itself, the manufacturing lines, or
Yeah.
the specific plastics formulas or automation of a line, that's what they're more focused on. And so it's harder for them to see how IT plays a part in that, because so often in the past, IT was more there for providing the back end for the financial system. It's something that you needed to have, but it was harder for them to see. But how does that actually generate revenue? How does that actually help us be competitive with our, in the industry? And so when it came time to find a project that I could really build a groundwork for developing AI on, I wanted to find something that would resonate with the executives all the way up to the board. And that meant that it had to be something that they could really comprehend, something that they would be talking about, that they would find interesting. And so I thought, the best way to determine that is to go meet with people who are working in the research and development of the engineering of the products themselves. So I met with our head of the R&D department and just said, let's just brainstorm. He already got it that AI could be powerful, and he had started using Copilot, and he saw a little bit of the capabilities. But I wanted to pick his brain about what type of projects would really resonate with leadership and could actually have a real identifiable ROI. And so we talked through several ideas. And by the end of the conversation, we had settled on this one. And it was just this concept of, you know, when you're making the product, the testing of that product usually happens after the product has been made. Now, they may take some of the product that's come off the line and they run tests on it. And they find out, ooh, this isn't quite meeting our specifications. They might even have some data that is being collected from sensors on the line that within a short time or in retrospect, they can look at it and say, what was it about uh, the the settings or the monitoring that could identify, what went wrong. But they had already for several years had this vision of a real-time monitoring that was taking hundreds of points of data from that manufacturing line, from the extruders, from the rollers, from you know the motors, all these different areas of it, collecting that data and in real time comparing it against a model to say these numbers and the way that they've trended for the past, let's say 10 minutes indicate that something is amiss. And they already had in mind an idea of what that could look like, but they needed the AI engine to do it. And so that's how we got to the idea. And whenever the head of R&D, Tom, said, I can sell this. I can sell this. This is good. Then I knew that we had a winner. And it's going to resonate more to our executive leadership when the idea is coming from someone in the operations group as opposed to just, from IT.
Yeah.
It's something that, just like if someone from sales comes up with an idea and says, hey, IT, help me build this thing, that sales VP is going to be able to sell the idea to the CEO more than the CIO is. So,
Yeah.
it's just kind of one of those realities. You've got to partner with the people who are working in an area that resonates with the leadership.